kind of block, you know, dead in the middle. Here goes something like with his media. So, you know, we outside. Raina Simone, you know what we here for. You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
Blaze to my hearts. From Raina Simone.
Can't give you just be patient. I've been on your mind, you sick and tired of waiting. All my niggas grinding slowly, get it out the pavement. Baby, I can't talk unless there's money.
Got something like media. I don't know if you got to buy a name or buy a company.
Hold on one second. I just got
It's
here.
by name. I'm pretty sure.
Something like media.
But I didn't honestly get my.
What are your names on something like?
Christopher Claxton, Raquel Carrito.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, that's us two right here.
All right, guys.
We all good? We all good?
Yeah, we're all good.
All right.
Please enjoy.
It was good to the vlog. Doing your job, holding it down.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Of course.
We are at Quad Studios for Raina Simone's new EP drop and networking mixer. Let's go in and let's see what's the vibe.
It's something like nothing nice is something like something like
Yeah, something like, yeah.
You good? I got it.
Something like,
Good?
Yo, let's go. We taking a picture, bro.
Raina Simone, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, so first off, why are we here? What's going on?
So today I'm celebrating the release of my new tape, To My Hearts, and I'm happy to have you here, so thank you.
Thank you very much. So I'm hearing this tape is something different for you, right? Can you talk about the challenges you had with making this tape?
Definitely. I think a lot of the challenges were actually in my head with this one. I was a little bit worried about how people would receive it because it's a very different sound than what I think a lot of people were expecting from me. But I also never want people to know what to expect when it comes to it. I'm very big on versatility and you know, showing all of my true self through my music and really authentically. So it was important for me on the first project to just do something out the ballpark. You know, I didn't want to wait too much later and do something out the ballpark later and then people feel like, oh, you switched up, oh, you changed up your sound. Like, no, it's always been versatile from the beginning. So.
Okay, so if this is something different for Raina Simone, right? Who is Raina Simone?
That's a good question. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that we're always trying to figure out who we are for every day for the rest of our lives. But Raina Simone is definitely a student of life. Raina Simone is a musician. Raina Simone is somebody who cares a lot about community. And you know, making sure that everything that's done is intentional and with purpose.
Right. So you mentioned student of life, right, and student of community. I am actually a teacher.
Oh, yeah?
I teach 8th grade English, right?
You know how happy that makes me? That you're a black male
that.
teacher. I wish I would have had more black male teachers.
I appreciate that. So building off of the idea of teaching, right? You're a college grad, right? You went to Howard, correct?
I did, yeah.
How has going to Howard and being an educated black woman, how has that affected your rap style, your ideas and messages? How has that built up your sound?
Definitely. You know, going to Howard University, every lesson is through the Afrocentric lens. So even if you're in like a math class, you know, you're going to be learning math through an Afrocentric lens, as dynamic as that sounds. And I think that shows through in my music too. You know, I think a lot of my content is through that Afrocentric lens still. That's very much so within me, a teaching that's in me. And you know, I definitely have to credit Howard partly for that.
That's great. Shout out to Howard.
Sure.
So final question. right? Once again, because I'm a teacher, what message do you have for the children out there? Because I have a lot of kids who I work in Brownsville, right? So Brownsville has the highest poverty level and it has the lowest education level. All the kids want to be rappers, basketball players, right? That's not our job to tear that idea down, but what message do you have for these kids who want to be like you?
You can genuinely be whatever you want to be, whether it's a rapper or a basketball player or a lawyer or a doctor or anything else, as long as you're dedicated and you trust yourself and you keep doing it. You don't fail until you stop, so you just can't stop. And that's all it is to it. You just have to keep going.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So this is CClaxton once again, Something Like Media. I'm checking in, I'm checking out. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I heard the cut. I'm like, why you stopping?
You should have done something cool too.
Put it back for the NC. You rolling?
Action.
You rolling? Yeah? Okay.
Can I say now?
All right. So we're checking in. We're checking out. Thank you very much for having me. Let's try this one more time.
There we go.
There you go. Now you caught it.
Hold on.
Wait, snap back. It's not real. It's not real if you don't snap. Now, please, leave the snap out there. Can we take it?
Yeah.
Guys, we don't need the snap.
You don't need that snap.
We gonna get a picture real quick for the one time.
The little snap. You can eye your own.
Yeah, nah. Not
You want
Yo, y'all really funny as shit. Like, relax. Everybody needs to relax.
All right, let's get a picture real quick. Thank you very much.
It was giving Cheetah Girl.
All right, that's one.
Something like.
All right, you already know. Are we good?
No, let's get one more.
Okay. I actually don't have a picture.
Something light. You know, damn, wait, let me get comfortable.
Let me get comfortable.
Firstly, I just want to thank everybody for being here. It means a lot. As they say, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, so thank you. There's an African proverb that says it takes a village to raise a child, and although I don't see myself as a child anymore, it definitely still takes a village. So thank you all, and I consider you all part of my village. I'm really, really appreciative of that. In terms of translating bars into music, I think is very easy when you mean it. When you're speaking your mind and you're just speaking the things you mean. It doesn't matter what beat you're over, you're going to be able to say it in the same way. You just want to make sure that you can say it in a way that's malleable to the palate, that people can understand the process. With this project in particular, I called it To My Hearts because, where I'm from, we refer to those who we love as our hearts. So we say, I love you, my heart, I got you, my heart, what we do in my heart. And so this was a way to, and so this is my way of not calling us out, but calling us in. This project is To My Hearts. I did fully produce the whole project. Shout out to Matt, who's here, right here. Matt's my engineer. Matt engineered the project. And, this project, to me, was just about being able to step in front of the commercialization that is drill music. I want to make sure that we are still able to share our raw narratives and make sure that the music is still about our lives and what's going on grounds. As we continue to see it commercialized, I think what's going to happen is, you're going to see young white kids be able to take advantage of the sound, and we're the ones being blocked from concerts like Rolling Loud, and they're still playing drill music, still able to benefit off of it, but removing us from it in terms of the monetary gain. So with that being said, this was just really important to me to do a drill project without it being drill content, and just open up those parameters and also show that, that is something that we can do. There's a lot more that we can talk about and that we have the ability to talk about. And so I'm happy to be able to present that. So thank you all again.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to write your name in my ballot next year. Eric Adams gotta go. Now, actually, you answered my question. I was gonna ask To My Hearts, what does that stand for? What does that mean? And I absolutely get it. Now, as far as this project, though, when you say To My Hearts and you want to show the expansion of drill, the purpose doesn't seem to necessarily be to be mainstream, right? So how do we get ourselves out to the mainstream after this? Are we just going to plan hopefully something hit, or nah, I got some hits in the stash after this. Like, what is the plan after this? Because obviously you are a commodity for this industry and things of that nature.
Personally, I don't believe in doing anything for mainstream appeal. I believe that mainstream will come to you if you make a large enough impact amongst your people, and so that's ultimately always been my goal and the perspective that I take on it.
I love that.
So, Alana, you can hear me in there? Alright, I'm gonna have Alana do it from in there. So that first track, this is the intro, and I want to say, this is a concept project, so it's very important that to me people listen to it from front to back and really get the full message, from the intro to the songs to the outro. It's a story of love, loss, and just making a way and just speaking what's going on grounds. The first one is the intro.
Let's Shazam this while she do it.
Mine on all night, I can sleep at night, dripping like a faucet. Yeah, this here the favorite ice. And my new thing turns heads like the poltergeist. And my old thing still mad, but you paid the price. Now we running out of patience. I got some scammers in New York who just call it reparations. A highway, know it in my sleep, that the truth away. And I ain't never known no sweet escape. I'm trying to be more like Marilyn, no one broke truthfully. See those when I'm singing the blues.
And my people did it. I wanted that to show through in the music. But I actually want to turn the question around a little bit too. And I know it was kind of hard to hear the words given these speakers, but I want to ask you guys what you think I meant by that record based upon, the preface that I gave for the tape. So if anyone has any ideas. The song is called Amen, and the hook is, a lot of my people dead and gone away, so I get on my knees and pray, still trying to make another way, but for now I thank God for another day. Amen. Any ideas? Say it again?
Gun violence?
You said gun violence?
Yeah.
That's actually exactly what it was about. And so, oftentimes when you're hearing drill music, you hear from the perspective of the killer. And, that's fine and well. That's a part of our community, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, there's also an entirely different perspective. And, the individual that's being affected by the killings, though that perspective is rarely actually spoken through the music. And so it was important for me to touch upon that as well. So we can go into the next one, Make a Way, featuring Set the Trend. I appreciate you all's participation.
Don't put the mic down. Hold that.
Hold that.
Hold that.
Hold that.
Sing along with it.
I'm observing.
You might know the words.
So this one's called Make a Way, featuring Set the Trend, produced by Raina Simone.
I tell my people if I got it, you got it, we straight.
The idea of changing content but making the sound the same, that's really important to me. So I want to speak about a wide range of different topics, love song being one of them. I do have to shout out Kanao on this one because I was about to sell that beat and she was like, nah, you can't sell that beat, you gotta do that yourself. So I took it back and I ended up doing it myself, and that became kind of mad because I'm fly on my man hands. And look, I'm learning blood ain't always thicker than water. You talk a lot, but I can see through saliva. It's transparent, like a daddy used to be a mommy. Young letter balling, can't nobody stop me, copy. Me ya tu sabe, so suave. I got your papi, I be eating sushi and sake. My niggas flossing my Rocky, stay icy, we hottin'. I can heal the pain for you, I can do some things for you. Every time I come around, this money ain't a thing, overcompensating for one change on me. I done seen some of the real ones gonna change on me. Ain't a thing still rolling around in that fucking range on me. New slaves pull up in whips and we rockin' chains on me. New slaves pull up in whips and we rockin', Check it, let me get political for a second. I'm sick of scrolling down my news feed and seeing R.I.P. and who the free. I don't do credit cards cause that's a trap, but if I did, then I'll be Black Pre-Vicon BET. Man, I don't know if y'all could feel me, but even Stevie Wonder could see me. Hey, I don't rap, but I'm the one on the beat just like I'm No ID, and the only difference is they know me. Now listen, I want reparations, I'm talking monetary and in the form of education to deal with the dislocation, relocation, isolation, cultural erasure, misinformation, miseducation, mass incarceration, mass plantation, overcompensation for time that's been wasted. I've never been complacent. Sitting in my grandma's basement, plan on how to make it. And sitting there reading dreams from my father by Obama. I wonder if he would have created race-based politics, had been an officer a little bit longer, but not neglect from my perspective. Man, nothing in life is fair but the complexion of my oppressor, you see. Electoral college determines who's next in. They want me to maintain a false illusion of efficacy. A DEFG to a T, that's me disturbing the peace, but how do you disturb was not there to begin with? My new thing, hate my old thing. They say I do too much with the comparisons. Well, yeah, comparisons, comparing sin. Now let's begin. A papa made me, a mama raised me, a city shaped me, got me out here young, black, genius, and crazy. I swear, man, if you try to play me, you gon' catch the fade. Be look, I don't mind having a Rockefeller like Jason, baby. Whoa. Hey, thoughts upon my mind, when should I spark one?
Even your shadow leave you when the dark come. Civil disobedience got me wanting to turn to Larson. Man, I wish somebody would like carpentry. See, you're black and reckless, I'm making them nervous. My crew 10 heads like flipping quarters. I know that they hurt us. About to all blow like Curtis. Got too much at stake for the beef. Me, y'all some burgers. In other words, you're corny, you can't ignore me. I'm about to make everybody my son just like Maury. I'm so ahead of my time, I had to rewind just to fast forward. Look here, you notice. Wherever I am, I'm walking like I own it. There's so much ice around my neck when I make it rain, it starts snowing. But nah, I'm just talking. Really, it's fuck the diamonds, cause black faces making less than minimum wages in the minds in. Materialism corrupting the black mind in. Neo-colonialism allowing white people to take from land that's mine, so fuck them diamonds. Man, fuck the diamonds, exploitation at its finest. Was about to be nigga rich and Caparoli, but then I realized the young and timeless got the juice, so they be doing what I say like my name is Simon. I don't know why I keep messing with these Nemo niggas, need and find it, but shit, my pocket's still deep. And still be busting at the seam from the green, I mean the cream, bro, you know what I mean? Somewhere between Mansa Musa and Prince Hakeem, and I walk with a limb like a pimp, so they call me Aleem, and we out here. What separates the fake from the realest? Whole squad on some ape shit, we gorilla. Starving these other rappers like Ramadan, the 5 pillars. Hey, I'm the best to ever do it, but they still in denial like the river shit. It's all part of my plan, it's all part of my vision. Frustration taking over, I swear I'm too over ambitious. But listen, on another note, see, I don't know if you'll get it, but I'm so down to earth that everything I said, I meant it. Hold on. I said they didn't get it. I said I'm so down to earth that everything I said I meant it. Back to being a player. I'm back to my pimping. My last relationship didn't work out, no fitness. But get this, I'm lifted, a musician. I play the keyboard so they shift their opinion. Try to capitalize off me, I give them no digits, stay independent. Got locks so the game, no D-block. My beats knock your copyrights and watching stocks. Whole crew fly, so together we fly. They flock together, birds of a feather. Babe from the island, cooking me curry. I ball like Stephen. Come behind me, say you number 1, yeah. Now that's 11. Check it. Took a while to get my money up, and now I'm in here flexing, well connected, endorsed by legends. They focused on making the right move like Donald Trump's election. Getting all his greens don't affect my dressing. Just a materialistic salad reference. You say you're done with me, but every time I turn around, you come running back like Jerome Bettis. You train like several billion in advance. Like the hood ain't out here trying to make it to a picket fence shit. Invested in that paper, now money growing on trees. Used to look down on me back when all my verses were free. Now you gotta look up here like you Googling weave. And y'all still be off track like you got let up off the beat.
That's what we doing right now. Everybody get the fuck up. I don't care about none of that. My fault. Anyway, everybody, next, take your phones out. Everybody shine the light. Right now, I need this room lit up. I don't care about none of that. Something like media, bring your flash out. Drop the heat with your flash. I'm not playing with nobody. Watch this. Real quick. Now that the lights is out, I need everybody to say, "To my heart" on 3. 1, 2, 3. To my heart. Yeah. Make some noise one more time.
Wait, where can we stream this and where can we get this?
All platforms right now.
Yup.
It's available right now. You heard that.
Apple, Shazam. Y'all should have been Shazamming while she was playing. I told y'all to Shazam. I want to see that video though.
So, yo, Raina, you heard the people. We gotta see the video. Can we get the video?
We gotta migrate to the studio room real quick. So I can show you this video. And I got some unreleased for you too.
It's right. It's back there.
We packed it here. I appreciate y'all.
No, you know what I like. She told me crazy, I beat her like Mike. I'm going crazy when I'm on the mic. Shit on bitch, I do it for spite. Straight up the X, bad little bitch, I'm sucking on next. Stacks inside, cause she know that I'm next. I'm not so bad, but I'm fucking with I know I can. Feeling on bitch, I'm feeling on man. Came up for nothing, they don't understand. Making it out, it was always the plan. Damn, that's what I'm destined to do.